Sometimes when I think about those possibilities, people would be coming here.
They will.
Yeah. But we are exporting work. Now you see African countries saying that the only place where our young daughters can be employed is as slaves in the Arab world. Modern day slavery in United Arab Emirates, in Bahrain, in Brunei, Dar es Salaam, and in Oman, and in Saudi Arabia. And we call those jobs. We are training doctors in Nigeria, training doctors in Ghana, training doctors and nurses in Zimbabwe, and then we are sending them as finished products to work in the British health system, in the American health system, in the Canadian health system, in the Australian health system, while all the diseases that we thought we had conquered are now back with a bang in the continent of Africa. We are importing all our pharmaceutical products, yet the primary ingredients for those pharmaceutical products come from here. No African country is making phones. The best we are doing is assembling. We have no car manufacturing. We are importing batteries, and yet lithium is here.
The vast majority of it.
Coltan, the single most essential ingredient in a mobile phone, the Democratic Republic of Congo is its home. Lithium, you go to Zimbabwe now, you go to Zambia now, you go to Malawi now, you go to Somalia now. That is the home of lithium. So, sometimes when you think about it and you look at how narrow we are in agriculture, what can we not grow? In power generation, look at the Inga Dam in the Democratic Republic of Congo. What can it not generate? In solar energy, you go to Namibia, what can we not generate? You go to the entire Sahelian region, we can generate. And there is not a single African country that is making solar panels. You're importing them from Germany or Vietnam. Can you believe it?
It's hard to. And I was speaking to Kambale Musavani from Congo, and he said Congo alone can produce enough electricity to power the whole of the continent and food for the whole continent. Absolutely. A single country.
Yes, it can. Congo only.
Only Congo.
Tanzania can do so with 80% arable land, cashew nuts. And Tanzania can supply the whole world. Malawi can supply us with onions. Nigeria can do that. Ghana can do that. You can go country by country. We are sleeping on our talents.
I am glad you're in Africa, and I'm glad you're in Nairobi.
I'm glad that I am in Africa and that I am an African.
Because most of the times, if you look at some of the most powerful intellectuals in the African continent, unfortunately, most of them are not in the continent.
Yeah.
And they're teaching elsewhere.
Yes.
And it's like, that's African talent that you're exporting.
Yes.
Which we need in the continent, because we surely do.
And there are many people, even within the continent now, there are many people who are quiet, but they are not being enabled. Our countries and our political class also have a duty to create an enabling environment. You young people who are now doing great work across the continent of Africa and went to leadership schools, you could be utilized in a better way. But your countries are not utilizing you. You are now going out of your way and creating this opportunity. Suppose your countries were to recognize your talent and to put money into those talents, what can you not achieve? What can you not do that Zuckerberg and Bill Gates have done, or Tesla or Elon Musk? You can.
We have the market.
You have the market, and you have the know-how, and you have the passion.
And the resources are there.
And the resources are there, and we must enable you. If African countries were simply to say that we are going to take only 2% of our GDP to enable young men to go into startups, you would not be running to Europe and America writing proposals to be given 50,000 bob. You would be getting it here.
Here.
Only 2% of the GDP. If all African leaders, thieving leaders and politicians were to return all the money they have kept in Panama and in Guernsey, and we give them a moratorium for only 1 year, that money could push the GDP of Africa by $1 trillion United States dollars.